What's up YouTube, I'm Vaughn and this is the Gear channel where we discuss collectibles, hobbies, compare games from tabletop to video games. And today we are reviewing the 2021 McFarlane Toys Mandarin Spawn. Now the reason why we're doing so is because sadly I went to my local GameStop and they didn't have the redeemer that I really wanted to get, because here in Quebec for some reason we have to wait almost a year till we actually get the same products that the States just got. Which I don't understand, and McFarlane should really change that because, you know, Québécois jouent avec le spawn aussi. Now, before I forget, we do have a special giveaway. So if you like the Creech, we actually are doing a giveaway. So make sure to subscribe to participate in that giveaway. And now for the market price. So the Mandarin Spawn you could easily find for around $26, $30. Most of the time, it's actually still at local GameStops here in Quebec, so it's very easy to find it for around 30 bucks. But don't pay attention to those online prices that you see it for like 70 or 80. That's just ridiculous. So with that being said, let's get started on the review. And here is the Mandarin Spawn, and honestly, it actually looks really cool. And I was never really a big fan of the Mandarin Spawn even back then, but you know what, this remake of it looks really nice. Everything about it seems really cool. I love the designs, the aesthetic of the package, the figure itself. Everything about it just looks amazing. So we're going to take a closer look. So as you can clearly see, he looks badass. Paint, everything. If you look at the package, I love the design of the package. It's perfect. We have Living McFarlane Toys at the top. 14 plus, not a toy, but I'm still going to play with it. If you look at the side, we actually see this is actually the Spawn logo as well, which is actually pretty cool. Very nice. We're looking on the other side, another one as well. Perfect. Such amazing art. Look at the back. This thing looks amazing. 22 moving parts, which is more than most recent Spawn figures. So with that out of the way, we're going to actually open it right now. So there is 2 tapes on both sides. So we're going to just go and cut that open. So get my trusty X-Acto knife over here and over here. Probably the most cleanest opening we did on the channel compared to all the rest. Oh, and there's also tape over here, so make sure not to miss that so you don't destroy the box. Okay, so there we go. So simply like that, and I believe we could just pull it. Ah, very interesting. So, ooh, I think we could actually pull that out for display, which would be quite cool. Now that's interesting. So you could actually have this as maybe a display or out. That would not be so bad. I'm not too crazy of how they package the stand. The fact that if you pull this out, then it's most likely going to rip the cardboard. I don't know why they did it like that. They could actually had it either slide in to the bottom of the feet over here. That could have been in place, not an issue. Okay. There's a horn sticking out. So there's going to be definitely a few things to pay attention when taking them out. So first off, let's take out the weapons. So there's tape on it. We're gonna just cut each of the tape. There we go. And any more? Nope. Let's do the same. Hold on, let my camera focus. Thank you. Okay. Again. There's another one up here too. Okay. You guys probably see that a lot better than me. With all the glare on the camera. Okay. Ooh. Another thing I'm not too crazy about. Tape on paint, especially painted this well. Let's take a look at this. This looks amazing. Because I always get worried that the tape could potentially take the paint off. So this thing actually looks amazing. You have a nice little dragon design. Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, another one over here. Yeah, that is a dragon. Very nice. Okay. That blade just looks amazing. Now let's look at this one. We're going to see exactly. Okay. Very nice. I'm not too sure if mine's warped or it's supposed to be on that angle. Now mine is maybe warped. Yeah, let me know if yours has the same issue as this, because this seems warped to me. And to straighten that out is going to be a big issue. I won't even attempt it at that point for this. Okay. Now it's time to get the main guy out, so we're going to put this onto the side. Okay, so what we could definitely do is definitely cut over here and over here and then just pull it out. So let's see, so first off, or I could just cut on the other side actually. So apparently this is not sharp enough, so this is a big mistake on my part. There we go. Okay, so I want to be careful a bit of that horn. Is there anything sticking out? Okay, so I would recommend to probably start with the legs first, so we want to see how that's going to work. That's not working too well. So this guy is very jam tight, so we're bending the knee over here, take the foot out. That is going to be a lot of noise. There we go. So we got one foot out. Probably one of the hardest unboxing we ever did. Okay, there we go. So now that's out. Let's go here. Go here. And here we go. And here he is out. Okay, first off, this guy looks amazing. Secondly, we actually managed to get the stand out. What we did was quite simple. I actually just cut a slit over here, okay, and pulled it out, because when I tried to lift a bit, I could already tell that it was already removing the background and the cardboard. So definitely I would recommend to do that if you want to still have this intact, and also you can slide it back in very easily if you want to store it back. So let's go with the main man and take a closer look, because let me tell you, this guy looks amazing. Everything about him is just on point. I want to just take a close look of the skull. Perfect. Now there's some paint issues I could tell already, but it's not the end of the world. This thing just looks so cool. And honestly, when we get to the articulation, you could tell there's literally 22 different types of movements that he could do. There's a lot of articulation that you could do with this figure. Everything about it just looks great. This thing looks amazing. Even both the legs, different faces. There was a lot of work that was put into this. This thing just looks amazing. Awesome. And we have a close look at the stand that we can do too. If my camera wants to focus, that would be great. Just a little bit. There we go. Very nice. Alright, so for articulations, they had, it's kind of stuck with his neck over here, the collar. as you can see. So it can't really move much, mostly side to side. And even looking upwards is an issue, especially that when you're displaying him, he's always looking down, so which is kind of an issue I find, but not the end of the world. Now for the arms, definitely can move out and could move 360. This does prevent it from really moving, so you could definitely rotate it however you like on both ends. You could actually rotate a bit outwards, same thing. There we go. Pretty cool that you have those options. The biceps, okay, for the elbows, I recommend when you're trying to bend it to hold it as close to the joint as possible so you have less chances of breakage, because it is very tight. So I recommend to do so. So you can bend, you can move it sideways as you like as well. The hand does the same thing of rotation, and when you want to bend it, make sure you hold it as close as well, because these are very tight. So as you can see, you could clearly bend it just like this. One thing that was very surprised though was the abs movement, the torso, the amount of articulation this thing has is just amazing. So if we actually see, you can move it all the way down, all the way up, side to side. I was not expecting this figure to have that kind of movement, so that was very impressive to see. The skirt is very rubbery, not really rubbery, I would say, like very, yeah, rubbery, why not? I don't know what's the term I was going to use, maybe bendable plastic, very bendy, why not? But definitely you don't have to worry about any breakage of this. This thing looks like it's going to last for a very long time. Alright, now for the legs can only display about this much. Because of the skirt and the back piece, you can't really kick that much out, and forward not that much. Now for the legs have a lot of articulation. So first off, for the knee, it's a double knee bend, which is amazing, especially for this figure. Now one thing to note on this one, for some reason, let's straighten this one out. So on this knee band, this mask could move side to side. This one cannot. I don't know if it has to do with a loose piece over here, as you can see. But definitely let me know if yours does the same, because this one does not move at all. And it doesn't seem a big difference. Maybe it's stuck. But yeah, there's a lot of leg articulations. And then for his actual feet though, that's where things get even more interesting. You have actually a lot of ankle bend, so you can actually do a lot of bending in different positions. So when it comes to articulation and also for posability, for display purposes, you could do a lot with this figure, and I was very surprised to see that. Now let's check with the accessories. So first off, you can do the stand. The stand is quite simple. You have two pegs, so you can choose which one you want. And me, I like the Spawn logo facing forward, so I want to put it like this, and then check it like this, and have this leg maybe stick out a bit more, something like this. There we go. Turn the head to the side, and this doesn't look that bad. Pretty nice. I like it. Now for the weapon, so there's a little opening for both hands that you could pull the thumb a bit outwards and then get the fingers pulled out so you can put the weapons, because for this one it's very easy. You could just slide. This is the hard one since you can't really slide, and it is quite thick, so you have to put some work into it. So for this one, it's quite simple. We're just going to slide it in just like this. Very nice, already done. And for this is where the difficult part comes, because we're going to have to push the thumb, and then we're going to try to wrap his hands, but it's quite hard. So one day they're going to make finger articulation. That would be great. Or to be honest, maybe some, I don't know, more flexible plastic. That would be amazing. A lot more flexible plastic for the hands, like the skirt, but not mine. And let's take a look. And with that being said, here he is, and he just looks amazing. Honestly, I think it's about time we do a size comparison. And here he is with the OG Spawn. Here he is with the special edition Blue Angela. Here he is next to a rabbit. And finally, here he is with the color top Spawn Rebirth. As you can clearly see, he is quite a tall figure. And that's it for the Mandarin Spawn. Now, if you guys enjoyed today's video, you know what to do. Like and subscribe. And if you want a sneak peek at future products we're planning to review on the channel, you can follow me on my Instagram, VaughnGear. I'm Vaughn, and this was the Gear Channel.